Hi there! A special thanks to Felicia Whipple for coming up with the inspiration for today's story. Don't forget to drop your unique story ideas in the comments. Also, join us on Discord and let's create amazing stories together. Imagine being the less favored son in a wealthy family, constantly feeling overshadowed by your extroverted and charismatic brother. That's me, Oliver. If there was a Superman in our family, it was Austin. But me, I was more like Clark Kent, just without the glasses. Oliver, why can't you be more like your brother? My parents would often ask. I wasn't quite sure if it was a question or a thinly veiled insult. But hey, who am I to blame them? After all, who prefers a quiet, introverted analyst over a charismatic social butterfly? Now let's fast forward to my college days, where I met Vanessa. She was a bit like a silver lining in a very gray cloud. From a less privileged background, she had that street smart thing going on. And, well, you know what they say about opposites attracting. She looked at my wealth as if it was a golden ticket, her gateway to the good life. I was her Willy Wonka, just without the eccentric hat. But hey, everyone has ambitions, right? Oliver, she would say, your world is so different from mine. Little did I know, she wasn't just talking about our worlds, but planning to make mine hers. Life decided to play an unscripted tragedy, an accident, and BAM! I wasn't able to walk for a while. Vanessa, bless her, managed to stick around. She became my crutch when life had cruelly taken mine away. And if you're wondering about Austin, he was there too, just not where I needed him to be. Then I met Lily, my physical therapist, an angel in disguise. She was Austin's girlfriend. Ugh! The irony, an empathetic soul tied to a man with the loyalty of a cat in a fish market. Hi there, you must be Oliver. I'm Lily, your physical therapist. I looked up and saw her smiling face. She had long blonde hair and bright blue eyes that sparkled like diamonds. She wore a white coat over a pink dress that matched her lipstick. She looked like she belonged in a fairy tale, not in this hellhole. Hi, I said weakly. She walked over to me and extended her hand. It's nice to meet you, she said cheerfully. I took her hand and felt a jolt of electricity run through me. Likewise, I said. She let go of my hand and looked at the chart. So, Oliver, you've been in an accident, she said. That's one way to put it, I said sarcastically. She frowned slightly. What happened? She asked. I sighed. I was driving home from work when some drunk driver ran a red light and hit me head on. She gasped. Oh my God, that's horrible. I shrugged. It happens. She shook her head. I'm so sorry for what you've been through, she said sincerely. I'm here to help you. I looked into her eyes and saw something that I hadn't seen in a long time. Hope. That was the first time I met Lily. The first time I felt something for someone other than Vanessa. The first time I realized that maybe, just maybe, life wasn't over for me. But it was also the beginning of a complicated mess. Because Lily was Austin's girlfriend, and Austin was my brother. And I was about to fall in love with the wrong woman. This, my friend, is just the beginning of a story that's got more twists and turns than a roller coaster. So buckle up, because things are about to get really intense. While I was away on a business trip, well recovered with the help of Lily, something unimaginable happened. Vanessa and Austin, they kinda started having an affair. I stumbled upon a TikTok video of them, looking all cozy and lovey-dovey, the kind of display that just rips your heart into pieces. I remember confronting Austin over the phone. Austin, what the heck is going on? Oliver, it's complicated. Complicated? You call betraying your own brother complicated? I heard him sigh. It's not like that. And what is it like, Austin? Enlighten me. I hung up the phone, feeling hollow, betrayed. That's when Lily walked into my life again. She had just found out about Austin's infidelity too. She showed up at my door later that evening. Hey, Oliver, can we talk? She asked, her voice trembling. I nodded and let her in. I just don't know what to do, Oliver, she confessed one night, tears rolling down her cheeks. I know the feeling, I replied, fighting back my very own tears. She looked at me with her big blue eyes and said something that surprised me. Oliver, can I ask you something? Sure, anything. Do you hate me? I blinked. Hate you? Why would I hate you? She bit her lip nervously. Because I'm Austin's girlfriend. Or I was. I don't know what we are now. I shook my head. Lily, you have nothing to do with this. You're not the one who cheated on me. You're not the one who broke my trust. You're not the one who hurt me. She smiled weakly. Thank you for saying that. I reached out and took her hand. Lily, you're not just Austin's girlfriend. You're my friend, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. She looked at me with a mix of gratitude and confusion. What do you mean? I took a deep breath and decided to tell her the truth. I mean that I have feelings for you, Lily. Feelings that go beyond friendship. She gasped softly. Oliver. I leaned in closer and whispered in her ear. I think I'm falling in love with you, Lily. And then I kissed her. As time went by, Lily and I found comfort in each other. We were both sailing in the same boat, betrayed by the people we loved. It's funny how pain can bring people closer, isn't it? With Lily by my side, we started to navigate our way through the mess that Austin and Vanessa had left us in. We turned to TikTok, making videos about our journey and our shared struggles. Surprisingly, our sincerity resonated with the viewers. Look at the views, Oliver! 100K in an hour! Lily would exclaim. I could hear the surprise in her voice. Guess we're not alone in this, huh? I'd reply, trying to crack a joke in the midst of our pain. But things took a nosedive when our mother died. I still remember that dreadful day. Vanessa saw this as an opportunity and decided to make her move. Always the master manipulator. Convinced my grief-stricken father to marry her. It felt like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. The wedding's in 2 months, Vanessa announced at dinner one night, a triumphant smile on her face. Dad, you can't be serious, I protested, but to no avail. He looked at me with sadness in his eyes. Oliver, please understand. Vanessa has been there for me since your mother passed away. She's been supportive and caring and loving. She makes me happy. I wanted to scream at him, to tell him that Vanessa was a snake who only cared about his money and his status, to tell him that she was cheating on him with his own son, to tell him that he was making a huge mistake. But I didn't say anything, because I knew he wouldn't listen, because I knew he was blinded by his grief and his loneliness, because he was my father, and I loved him. Then Vanessa dropped another bombshell, announcing her sudden pregnancy. Twins! She exclaimed, her hand on her stomach, a sickeningly sweet smile on her face. She had it all planned out. The twins were her ticket to family wealth, a way to solidify her hold on the family and gain sympathy. I could see through her, but my father, he was completely blindsided. Can I say, Oliver? She whispered in my ear one day, her smile predatory. Some of us are just born lucky. God, how I despise this woman! Soon enough, our observations transformed into suspicions, and we found ourselves decoding Vanessa's intentions. As her belly swelled, it became evident she wasn't just carrying twins, but also a scheme to cement her position in our family fortune. We need to expose them, I told Lily one night, the glow from our phone screen casting an eerie light in the room. Our followers need to know. Our TikTok followers, once spectators of our journey, had now joined our mission. We started dropping breadcrumbs, hints hidden in our content. The flurry of reactions, comments, and shares were proof that our suspicions weren't unfounded. One night as we all sat around the dinner table, the tension in the room was palpable. That's when Austin broke. I can't do this anymore! Vanessa and we plan to take over the business. A shocked silence followed. But I didn't know about her marriage and pregnancy scheme. I swear! Austin added hurriedly, his face pale. The weight of his confession hung in the air, and it was clear everything was about to change. So Austin, you're sure they're your kids? I asked, the loaded question hanging in the room. He nodded, and I could see a flicker of something that looked like regret in his eyes. We agreed on a paternity test. After a torturous wait, the results confirmed the twins were Austin's. My heart pounded as I held the envelope, the proof of Vanessa's manipulations in my hands. Well, Vanessa, I smirked, I guess this is checkmate. Her plot unraveled spectacularly. A car crash in slow motion. No amount of crocodile tears could salvage her standing in our family, and her downfall was a sight to behold. In the wake of the turmoil, Dad decided to step down from the company. He looked old, tired, and I could see the hurt in his eyes. The business was his life's work, now tainted by betrayal. One day, you'll understand why I have to do this, Oliver, he said, handing me the company files. I trust you. I rose to the challenge, the irony of all of it not lost on me. The tragic downfall of Vanessa and Austin had paved the way for me to step up. It was bittersweet, but necessary. And as I steered the family ship through turbulent waters, I realized I was a far better captain than I could have ever imagined. In a final twist of fate, Austin decided to leave. He had lost his place in the family, the trust of his brother, and any relationship with Lily. Over coffee one day, he said to me, "I hope to be a better person, Ollie. I hope to fix this someday." As Austin left, my relationship with Lily only strengthened. We had weathered the storm together, our bond forged in the fire of betrayal and deception. One evening, as we were reminiscing over old TikTok videos, she looked at me and said, "We've really been through a lot, haven't we?" I grinned at her. "Yeah, we sure have." Soon Lily and I became the new faces of the family business. We revamped our image, leveraging our TikTok fame to bring a fresh, modern twist to the company. Who would have thought, right? The boy who feared TikTok dances now running a corporation with a TikTok star? Life sure has a sense of humor. As we navigated through our newfound fame, new challenges sprouted. I often found myself dodging the invasive flashes of paparazzi, and enduring public scrutiny was a feat on its own. But Lily and I, we held on to each other. She told me, "We've got this, Ollie. We're in this together, remember?" And every time her words would put me at ease. I took her hand and whispered, "Here's to a hopeful future, Lily."